Good evening. This is the i24 News Evening Edition. I'm Lucy Arish, and these are the headlines. A disaster is narrowly avoided in an Israeli city when a bomb is discovered on board a bus. Israel is seeming unconcerned that the U.S. was spying on it, but some officials use the revelations to call for the release of spy Jonathan Pollard. And freed Russian tycoon Mikhail Khodorkovsky swears off politics and says he'll now stick to public service. Good evening again. Passengers on board of an Israeli bus today had a narrow escape when a bomb on the vehicle was discovered before it could explode. The passengers were evacuated off the bus and police sappers were called in. The bomb exploded while it was being defused. The sapper was taken to hospital but was not seriously injured. Police say the bomb was a terrorist attack and are searching for the person who planted the bomb. In the meantime, the public has been urged to remain alert. And joining me right now here in the studio is Ben Hertman, national security reporter at the Jerusalem Post. But before we will be with you, we are moving to Danny. Our Danny Swibel, our correspondent, is joining us right now from the scene of the bus explosion in Bat Yam. Danny, good evening. So what is the feeling on the street?
Good evening, Lucy. Yes, we're here in the town of Bat Yam, just south of Tel Aviv. People were very concerned after they heard of the attack. Some people in the neighborhood had heard the explosion. What had happened is one police officer was lightly injured. Again, the 12 passengers, as well as the bus driver, were evacuated before the bomb was actually detonated. The way it went down was one of the passengers on the bus had seen a suspicious bag, and she contacted the driver, who proceeded to investigate himself. He saw that there were wires protruding from the bag, so he immediately evacuated the bus. He got off as well as the passengers, and as the bomb disposal unit arrived and they started to survey the scene, that is actually when it detonated. They were unable to neutralize it. Glass was thrown everywhere. All the windows of the bus were completely blown out. People were walking around here a little bit in panic, and right now, we're reported that the police officer is currently okay, and he's in the hospital right now. And again, the passengers as well as the bus driver were unharmed in the blast.
Danny, is there any indication about who could have planted the bomb in the bus?
Well, originally, some of the reports were that it could have been a criminal act, but then upon further investigation from the police, they deduced that it was more likely to be a terrorist attack. This comes at a time when negotiations are going on with the Palestinians, between the Israelis and the Palestinians. And right now, as I said before, nobody was harmed, and the police are continuing the investigation of what is reported to be, based on their evidence, a terrorist attack here in Bat Yam.
Danny Swibel, our i24 News correspondent, thank you very much for this. And